Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so this is going to be the weekly energy reading for August the 21st. And I know that we are, approaching into this solar eclipse here. So, everybody make sure you're wearing your protective eyewear. We know not to look directly at this without that. And, just stay safe, all right? So let's do this weekly relationship energy reading here and see what is coming out for the energies this week in regards to these relationships and connections. So let's see what comes out here. Romance angel cards. Okay, so the first card we have out here is let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. This is very important because you need to release all the fears. I know. It's not easy. I know it's not easy, but your attention to worry, anxiety, questioning the connection, anything of that nature, seriously, is nothing more than fear. Fear of disbelief, questioning yourself actually is what it is, because this person is not, communicating with you or speaking with you in any way, shape, or form, not paying attention to you. It doesn't really matter what it is, but the person's not in your life right now, and it's causing you to question everything, right? So you really have to release the grip of fearing, because you're fearing the unknown is what it is, right? Well, why fear the unknown? Why fear it? Why fear it? Why not just relax yourself into it, right? Like, just stop doubting your own feelings. This person is not in control of your feelings. That's the hardest thing to understand here. It's that this person didn't give you those feelings. Like, you have those feelings within inside of you, and they were just magnified from this person. Well, so are all the fears and the doubts. It's not one way and not the other. It's both. So understanding that on a deeper level, stop feeding the doubt and the fear. That's, I would say, wrong way. Well, it is, because it doesn't make you feel good. So of course it's the wrong way. People say, oh, well, there's no such thing as a wrong way. Well, either way, if something's not working out for you and it's making you feel all of this anxiety and pain, then clearly that's not the right way for you to be focusing your energy. So paying attention to the lower energies, that's where your attention's at. That's how you're feeling, right? Right. I can't make this shit up. I can't. I'm done. I'm done right here. I'm just kidding. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. That's exactly what I was just talking about. You have to free yourself. Let go of the control issues. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. That right there. This is the energies for this week, okay? And then you got give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Well, this is the thing. How do you give this relationship a chance if all you're focused on is the disconnect of the relationship? The relationship doesn't even have a fighting chance if you're stuck in the old energies. Those energies no longer serve you. They just do not. They haven't been, have they? I know they haven't. So if you knew how powerful you really were, and you could just release the grip and not focus your energies there, you would start to see things start to make moves, right? I'm serious. It's not like magic. It's not like people always say, like, oh, I just have super bad luck. Well, no, not really. There's people who perceivably seem to be very lucky, like they have luck in certain things. Well, it's because they don't fear it. They don't fear it. They go in with excitement. They just know they're going to win or whatever, and they do. And people are like, you're so lucky. And I'm like, that person's not necessarily lucky. They just have this sense of true faith And just a deep knowing. That's how that works there, right? It is. That's how it works. And somebody who perceivably has bad luck all the time, well, it's because they always are focusing in the I never get a break, I never win, I never this, I never that. Well, never, 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 right? So you have to let go of this old energy, like seriously, and for yourself in order to work on this partnership. Because both want to give this relationship a chance, but both are in the same energies, okay? So you have to truly just release it and not focus on the other person as your, energy source. They're not your energy source. Because you have been given signs here. You're asking for signs, you're being given the signs. Okay? But you're still questioning it. And the signs continuously show up for you, pointing you in the right direction, right? But you keep questioning it. Because this did not happen. Okay? This is why you're questioning the connection altogether. Because there wasn't a verbal deepening of the bond, yet there were these feelings, right? This is where it's like confusing because it's like, well, I didn't even deepen the bond with this person, but I can't let go of this feeling I shared with them. Well, the feeling came from within inside of you, and it was magnified from the other person. So there wasn't a discussion about the feelings and how that connection truly was. It was more or less like the connection energetically without the verbal communication. So you're not delusional. We're feeling beings. But it wasn't, the fear kept your mouth shut. Get it? So you got to let go of that in order to get here. And you're being given signs in order to do this. Okay? Because you've already met this person. Okay? You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And to recapture romance, you have to allow your inner youthful spirit of love to shine. I mean, this card has come out almost every single reading now. Because that's what it is. You have to allow your inner youthful spirit of love to shine. And that's what this eclipse is about too also. I just went out with one of my friends. Actually went to Philly today because it was his birthday yesterday. And I was like, because he's a Leo. And I'm like, you're a Leo. And the whole solar eclipse is in Leo. And I was like, and he is in a really good mood. And sometimes he could be But, he's feeling it too. And we were just talking about all kinds of crazy stuff today. And he's just telling a story about how he had purchased something at a store a few weeks ago. And he got home and it wasn't in the bag. And he calls the store because it was something of importance for his car. And they're like, no, we didn't find anything here, but you can just come in and get another one. And he's like, okay, well, anybody could just call this place and just say, I just purchased something. You don't have it in the store. I'm telling you, I don't have it at home, and I can just come in and get another one. And that's exactly what happened. He went to the store, and he's like, are you the guy I talked to? He's like, yeah. And he's like, he just wrote in this book and gave me, the product or whatever. And I was like, well, what happened to it? He's like, I don't know, probably got lost in the Matrix. I said, yeah, because that's where we freaking live. We live in the freaking Matrix. But I just kind of laughed about that because I was like, what kind of a store policy is that? That's hey, I lost all my bags. We'll just come on in. We'll just give you everything. Really? I think that's funny. Okay. Now I'm stuck on the floor. I'm coming back. Okay. So this person stirs your romantic feelings, right? Right? Yes. But what needs to happen is there needs to be a heart-to-heart conversation. And this is not what happened. Remember, I said there wasn't a deepening of the bond. There wasn't this heart-to-heart conversation. Why? Because of this. This is why. It's it just played out the same thing I just did. This person stirs your romantic feelings. The feelings are real. The fears blocked this from happening. Why? Because of past life karmic energies causing the fear to not speak your truth, right? That's what this is about. That's it. That's what it's about. You release that grip, guess what happens? You're no longer living under this energy. The fear of it happening again, the fear of it not working out, the fear of it never being able to be given a chance. All of those things are nothing more than a fear of the unknown, when in fact, you know your own feelings. So you need to keep an open mind, because your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. Again, this, desire to meet this person, and then they come into your life and it just doesn't happen in the way that you perceived it to unfold. That's the way it works. It's not something that you can just plan out, or someone's going to tell you when it's going to happen. People ask me all the time, and I'm like, you're going to meet a direct counterpart when you're ready for it. And if you're desiring it pretty heavily, and then detach yourself from asking for it, it'll show up for you. But the illusion is that they're going to, 1111, the illusion is that they're going to show up and be like this perfect, person, and everything's going to go smoothly. No. I'm like, are you sure you want to meet your soulmate? Because, yeah, it's going to be all rainbows and whatever, and then those storm clouds are going to come in, and it's how you're going to handle that, So me trying to help you understand on a deeper level so that you can avoid a straight up hurricane. You know what I mean? So you need to keep an open mind about this person that did in fact come into your life. Because why? Because at the bottom of the deck, because there's a strong magnetic connection, this person could live at a distance, and due to the fact that they live at a distance, you're feeling this unrequited love. And what is unrequited love? Lack of love of self, right? So because this person's at a distance, you believe they couldn't work out, and whatever may have you, all those egotistical mind-based beliefs that really are old energy and do not matter. This indicates that this is the energy that you're sharing from a distance. This is that fear, but this is the person that you called into your life, both, not one and not the other, both, okay? Because you both share this passion, and this was by divine design. And now what's happening here is that there needs to be releasing and healing from the past in order to experience more love in the present moment. You need to release your ex. These karmic partnerships need to be cleared out of your life, because you, in fact, did meet your soulmate, and you need to express yourselves to each other, because, again, this did not happen. It was mute. You attracted each other into each other's lives, and you need to understand how you are using the law of attraction on a daily basis, which is moment to moment to moment to moment. So if you're focusing on fear and hurt feelings, in that moment, you're creating the next moment to create more fears and more of that feeling. So you have to stop yourself, not put any more momentum behind that, you know what I mean, and focus on something else, and take your attention away from that lower level feeling. But you have to understand yourself that lower level feeling that you're feeling is your feeling. But your focal point is that other person's causing you to feel that. Wrong way. It's your feeling, okay? Finances and career could be a factor, but you're being guided in order to take the steps that you're being guided to take by the signs that you're being given, because you want to ascend to a higher level of commitments. There could be children and marriage involved here, and or there could be children, involved in one way, shape, or another. This could be a karmic marriage that needs to separate here in order to ascend to a higher level of commitments with the soulmate, because you are, in fact, on a spiritual journey, and there's healing family issues and codependent relationships that need to end here, because there needs to be an understanding in the safety of love, and you can't open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all if you're dealing with family issues and codependent behaviors and codependent partnerships, and allowing that to block your happiness, because you did in fact already meet this person, okay? Yeah, you already met the person, and we know that for certain. So you need to allow it to unfold naturally, because you didn't, and you need to free yourself and take back control of your life on every single level in order for you to break that barrier, in order to give this relationship a chance, in order to work on it. You can't work on it if you're still stuck in false base beliefs and dealing with karmic energies. Karmic energies meaning what? Old energy that is keeping it apart, which pulled it apart in the first place. And then you went back to karmic partnerships that keep going like this, yet this person has never left your mind. And this goes for both people, okay? It's not one. It's not. It's both. I don't give a shit what they say. I don't care what the other person says. Let them deny, and if they did, let them go. You have to. You can't keep forcing up against them. It doesn't work that way. They deny, bye. Don't allow them to think that you're just readily available for them. That's a wrong way also. I'll be damned. They don't just show up and you're like, ah, there you are. I've been waiting my whole life for you. Took you long enough. No. It's not the way it works. No. This person, that's an old energy also. False sense of entitlement. That they can just show up whenever and everything's going to be all gravy. That's not the way it works. No. You and this person met and you shared a connection. And both disconnected. And one always was trying to connect it back together, right? And there's one that continuously did the shoving off. Now, am I saying that this person has to do this, that, and the third in order to prove themselves? No. But they don't just show up and everything is automatically, it has to be worked on. And it has to be discussed on a deeper level from your space. And it has to be discussed from their space, not using each other as a focal point on what you're saying, but saying, this is me in a whole. And then you're dealing with whoever that person is that's, this, whoever, your soulmate, whatever. And they need to be talking, not projecting, so that you can understand each other and where you're at. They don't just show up and, no. That's also something that holds it apart, is your belief that they just show up and everything just is like, it's not about that. So you have to be complete within yourself without the expectation of them showing up. Yeah, that's another thing that really needs to be understood on a deeper level, because if that's the way that it worked, like honestly, they just like showed up and you just allowed them back into your life 150%, like, and now everything's like perfection. It's really not perfection, because that person was just able to just go out and do whatever and just show up whenever they want to. Like, your life's on hold. No. That's false sense of entitlement. I can just step out whenever I want to. You'll be fine. I'll be back. No. There has to be a deeper understanding of your own self, and you have to stay in your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Remember, I'll be damned if I'm sitting and waiting for anybody to show up at my door. Please. No, it's not the way it works. If they can't face their own fears, and it's not about you, you're not their fear, it's themselves. If they can't face themselves, then don't come to my door, right? Think about that. You're not the one that's feared. It's the feelings that you both were projecting and sharing that made them retreat. It has nothing to do with you being not good enough. That's the old energy. You're fine. You're perfection. They, in fact, continuously, shove off. No, this is where you're left alone in order to understand how you're worthy. You are worthy, point blank, period. And this person needs to go and figure that out also. But they're not showing up at the door for you. They're showing up at the door for their own freaking respect, right? They're facing their own fears by doing that. And you remaining in your truth shows your strength and power and your own self-respect. It's not about codependency, remember? It's 100. And if you're not 100 with yourself, don't show up at my door, right? Don't show up here 89%. Not even 99.9. If you can't show up here 100, please don't even bother, right? That's the way you have to think. Think like that. You don't want somebody showing up and you're 100% and now they're going to be feeding off of your energy in order to feel good. That's taken away from you. Nope, wrong way. Don't. No. If that's what you're doing right now, desiring this person to show up at your door and then your life is going to be all better, that's why they have not shown up at your door. Because that's not the design. The design is that you need to be 100 with yourself. I'm good. I don't want them showing up at my door only unless they're 100 with themselves. And they're not facing you because they fear you. They're facing their fear of their own feelings that they shared with you. You're not afraid of your feelings because you know your feelings are real. They need to understand their feelings are real and face the fears of admitting that. But it's not admitting to you to give you what you want. It's admitting that, hey, I'm real. I'm being real. I'm being open. I'm being honest with my truth. Yeah, that's what this process is about. So you got to let go of the control issues. Allow it to unfold naturally. Free yourself and take back control of your life 100. They're not showing up because they're afraid of their own freaking feelings and they're allowing others to control their choices. That's what that's about. It's not about the feelings they care about it's not about the feelings with you. Those are real. They were shared. The fear is the old energy, false-based beliefs when it comes to relationships, no matter what it may have you. So I need you to understand that. You don't want them showing up unless they're 100, right? Keeping it 100. If they don't show up 100, please don't. Please keep that in mind with yourself, okay? This person cut you out of their life, and it's caused nothing but what? Pain, loneliness, and depression. Both. But now there's a need to communicate in order to resolve these problems. This also indicates movement here. So the energies, yeah, we know. Let go of the control issues. Allow it to unfold naturally. Because the lower level energies there, of the separation that has caused pain, that's where that control is because we're focusing there. We want to communicate because of the pain we felt. No. You both felt it. Get rid of it. Free yourself, right? Because as you take steps forward, they're rewarded. Your efforts are rewarded by you focusing on yourself. And look at this, 5, 6, 7, on a path. On a path that we got the center here as that negative lower level energies here that we now want to communicate in order to resolve the problems and take steps forward in order to have success here. But we can't stay stuck in those energies that are controlling your belief with this person, right? Because this card indicates that this is what you wish and desire, right? And you're being spiritually guided here. You're being spiritually guided along this path, okay? But you're scattering your own energies because you're getting stuck in your head. Get out of there. I always tell you, get out of there, okay? It's indicating here that you have fickleness and changeability about this person, but you still wish and desire to have this communication. You still want to work this out here. But you need to use your common sense and your good judgment, which is guiding you in order to stabilize your energies and take action forward on this divine path by divine design. But this is also indicating in order to give your time and energy freely to the person who you desire to be with here, because you want to communicate with this person. So you're being guided in order to communicate with this person because this is what you truly wish and desire to have happen here, okay? But you need to understand that you need to be truthful, fair, and honest with the way that you feel within yourself. This is the feminine energy card also. But you need to be truthful, fair, and honest with it. What did I say about keeping it 100? The person's not coming and showing up in order to deepen a bond with someone, you have to be 100% comfortable with your own self and not have any secrets or not have anything that feels uncomfortable in order to speak to this person about. That's what this is. They're not showing up for you. They're showing up for them and their connection. It's not about this person being an emotional crutch, okay? Because that's what keeps you in those karmic cycles with the karmic partnerships, is because you're using each other as focal points to feel happy, and then using each other as the blame when you don't feel happy with them, and it's in fact yourself. I don't know if that was. It don't really matter. I don't know if you guys saw the lights flick or whatever, but. Any more messages in regards to connection? Yeah. Gaining your independence. What did I say? Keeping it 100. It's about your independence. Being truthful, fair, and honest with your own self here. Okay? If your truth lies within you and you know that your connection with this person was real, that's all you need to know. And if the other person is the one who did the shoving off, that is the person who needs to understand their own feelings and face their own fears of being able to speak their truth. Because when I say about the deceptive mask, like the only person you're deceiving is yourself, that's because you're not keeping it 100 with you. Your focus is on this other person needing to show up in order for you to feel good, and that's not what it's about. You should feel good regardless if they're with you or not with you, or whether they show up or not show up. You just got to feel good, 100. Why wouldn't you? This person is not your energy source. Your energy source is you and your connection to your higher self, to your God force, whatever it is that you truly believe in. You got to ground yourself and understand that your higher self is what your connection is, right? Your belief. So what you truly believe in and what your desires are, and keeping yourself grounded and following your intuition, that's you. This other person that you share this heart space connection with, that's real. But you cannot control another person. That's why we're having this human experience, because it's about free will. So the test of time is whether or not this person faces their own freaking fears and opens up and speaks their own truth. You can never allow, whether or not they do or they don't, take you down a path that makes you feel unworthy, because it's not about you feeling unworthy. It's about you knowing your feelings are real and trusting and having faith that this wasn't done to be malicious. This was done because you desired to be with a soulmate and you got it. But you weren't expecting it to be in the package deal that it came in. Oh, too bad, so sad. But it's everything you ever wanted. And worry and fear is nothing but an illusion. It's those energies that keep you away from everything you want, because you're not being honest with yourself. That's what fears are. Fears hold you back from what you want. It's not about that other person. Their fears hold them back from what they want. They got to go figure that out on their own. That's why you're in separation. This is a true story, okay? This is for real what is going on. Because there needs to be healing that takes place here. This is healing, steady improvements, happy surprises, and a second chance to redo this, and a brand new beginning here. But the test of time is, oh look, at the bottom of the deck we have a brand new beginning here also. But you're in lack of communication with this person. Why? Because you need to break down your established mind thought patterns when it comes to relationships, not using the other person as your focal point. Because you are being spiritually guided to none other than the soulmate. And it could be this King of Hearts energy, which is that water energy that you're in separation with, because they're going through a transitioning period. But trust and believe they're feeling fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation, just as you are. And there will be victory in regards to the start of the romance of the soul that's in the upside down position in order to develop this relationship. Because they could, in fact, be dealing with another water energy that they need to complete a karmic cycle with in order to return to you, in order to work this out and lay foundations. Okay? So there could be a karmic partnership here between water and water. And we have water, fire, and the sign of Gemini twice actually came out. I didn't even notice that. But we have fire, sign of Gemini, and we have a water energy that are solely connected. But this water sign could in fact be dealing with another water sign that they need to complete a karmic cycle with, and or just get over those past life karmic energies that could have been caused from that partnership. But you're in separation because you need to be truthful, fair, and honest here with your own feelings. Independently, 100, keeping it 100 with you. This other person, you do not want this other person to show up only unless they're 100 with themselves. Yeah. Why would you want them to show up only 80% good? They're going to leave again because of that. And it's not even about them. Oh, excuse me. It's not even about them leaving. It's about how are you going to be able to connect on a deeper level with this person and deepen your bond if they're not in full awareness of their own feelings and their own selves and their own behaviors and their own choices that they have made. Because they didn't make the choices based off of you. They made them off of themselves. That's the thing. Your choices were made based off of your fears and the way that you communicated with each other in the past and the way that you acted towards each other in the past. Once the fear started to creep to the surface, that's when you guys started acting in the way that you did, and it came apart. Now it's apart because by divine design, it's not about that person makes you feel worthy or is validating your existence here in any way, shape, or form. It's the fears that overtook this thing up here that made you believe that the feelings weren't real, when in fact that's the realest thing here, as I indicate and say every single day of my life, all the time. So don't fear it. They're your feelings. What do you fear, your own self? No. You got to be 100 with yourself. That other person, you don't want them showing up only unless they're 100. You don't. Why would you? Ask yourself, why would you want them showing up if they're broken? They still don't freaking get it. You wouldn't want to. Because it would turn back into the same cycle over and over and over again. No. Vanessa, to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it? What did I say about wrong way? Expecting the person to show up in order for you to feel good, wrong way. Being 100 with yourself and not questioning your own feelings and understanding that you don't want that person to show up only unless they're 100 with themselves is the right way. Because you both got to be 100 in order to understand each other and deepen that bond. If you're not, one person could be speaking in one way and the other person could be speaking in another, and guess what that causes? Misunderstandings, and it causes contrast, and then you do the blame game. That is not what this is about anymore. It's about you understanding you and your connection. You both brought this out of each other because you were direct reflections of each other's feelings on a higher level and a lower level. The lower level feelings are what needs to be freaking freed from. So you have to let go of that grip and that worry and be right with you. It's all about you, right? It has to be. You're with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, depending on the year. You're just existing anyway. But you're with yourself in existence every single day, moment to moment to moment. If you're not happy, what makes you think that this other person is going to come into your existing energy and make you like that? That's a lot of responsibility if you think about it. But if you can understand on a deeper level that you guys are just sharing those energies, and that's that connection. You know, you're not blaming each other for the way you feel. You're just like, I feel this way towards you because I know this is how you feel towards me. I don't question anything anymore because I know my feelings are real. Yeah, that's what this is about. So, work, focus on you. Let go of the grip. Free yourself. Enjoy the solar eclipse. Seriously, okay? I love you guys all the time. You know I do. I'm still running the special. It'll be in the description box below. If you would like to have this special done, There's a PayPal me link. Feel free to just send me your information, and you can send it through that link, $25. If not, I have to send you an invoice, okay? I have a business. The invoice will have a sales tax on it. It has to, okay? A service tax. I don't know what it is, like $1 something, but somebody questioned me that. I was like, I mean, I'm sorry, I did not indicate that earlier, but like you go out and buy something and it has a tax attached to it. I don't question them about the freaking tax because I know that they have to pay taxes or whatever it may have you, but this is how, and then you have the invoice for your records. If you do not, in fact, need an invoice for your records, you will get, you do the PayPal, you'll have that as a record, but it just won't indicate the description and everything and what it's for. Okay. But you can send me your information. And if you have two separate email addresses, say, for example, you have an email address, you're sending me information through, but your PayPal is a link to another email address, make sure that you tell me that so that I know it's you. So I have it in connection. Okay. And you can send that through to me, and it'll be within 24 hours that I will be getting back to you, because there could be differences in our time zones. So like you could send me an email or whatever. It could be like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I won't get it for like a few hours later. And then, I don't know what time it would be where you are, but we'll make sure that, it gets completed for you and you get the video link. Okay. It's lovefromabove717@gmail.com, and the information is in the description box below. And I still have all my other services or whatever, and I do have, I believe, about, for the regular, like, the special or whatever, that's, it's for 20 minutes, so that's like whatever. I think I have 6 open spaces this week for like other readings, like twin flame or love relationship, soulmate guidance, life coaching, whatever, because I also, work personally from the area I live in, like one-on-one with clients. So I try to like break up my times during the day now. So I think that's it. I'm done blabbing. All right. I love you guys. Okay, bye.